You know, you use the word yourself, empathy. These things flowing underneath, we're parts of a single continent. It meets underneath the water.
So we're talking some serious history here. These are the fingerprints of the past. This is what history is all about. Their legacy still lives on through stuff like this. And it's here to see all those years later.
The clues of the past are everywhere. Some in plain sight, some buried underneath the cold ground. The cold ground that's waiting to be unearthed. Unearthed to tell its story. The story of the past. A mystery. Like Maggie's caves. The purpose of these caves are unknown, although there are many theories and suggestions throughout the course of its life. It's believed to have originally been excavated by workers from the local cornmill tunnels, or even by river wideners, both having the tools and ability to construct these caves. It's also been suggested that the caves were part of a once bigger network, and they went further underground with several different chambers that could have possibly have been shelter for livestock or a place to store hemp rope in the 16th and 17th century, before cotton and silk became economically viable in the rich market town of Stockport. In 1851, there are some records of these caves being used for industrial purposes. A distillery for purifying gas tar to produce naphtha. And the mystery won't be a mystery without its fair share of death. It's alleged that a woman by the name of Maggie committed suicides in the cave many years ago, and her poor soul roams the land. Hence the name, Maggie's Caves.
So there's two entrances here. There's one here, and it looks like there's one down that way. Let's go the easy route. Wow. Right, so I'm joined by John today from Derelict Manchester, and we're going to explore Maggie's Caves. It dates back to about the 1670s, and I think it's been used for loads of things in the past. So what we're going to do is head in there now and show you around it. So finally found it. Just show you around it here. I mean, full of like little cave tunnels. It's crazy because you can see here, look at this. Look at that. Like all the pick marks in the sandstone. Look at was an absolute mission getting in here as well, because we went the wrong way at first. Wow, look at this in here. What the hell has this been? Look at this. This is weird. This is like, it's mad being in here. But you can feel it's a bit airy. I don't know if it's because it's so old. I mean, look at these here. Possibly have little tea light candles in there or something. This place, this place is ancient. Like I say, it's been used for loads of things in the past. Factory works and stuff like that. And all around here, there's remnants of old buildings that have collapsed and stuff. It's pretty mad. It's one big room. Wow, it goes right back down there as well. This is crazy. Look at that. If you can get it on camera. What I will do is I'll spin the camera around as well and show you in like detail. But this place is a lot bigger than I thought. Anyway, I'm gonna go and venture in. Let's have a look over here. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Nice and cool. Sweating. So unfair. I had about 10 pints last night as well. So, sank a few jars and I feel a bit ropey today. But I can feel the beer sweating out of me. So what I will do is, I've done a little time, I've not done a lot, but I've done a bit of research on this because it was a bit of a off-the-cuff type explore really. So what I will do is I'll give you go into depth about the history throughout this video. Sorry I keep pausing because I'm like looking about. It's absolutely mad. And then what I'll do is what I will do is put a lot of the history in, show you around this place properly. But it's been used for so many things over the years, and there's a bit of everything. So it's been used for manufacturing, from what I can gather. It's been used as like a shelter for people that are homeless. It's also been used for, I think it had something to do in the war with the shelters, like the air raid shelters. People came down here to seek refuge, and there's a bit of death. Apparently a woman hung herself down here, so maybe that's why it feels a bit creepy. But there's not a chance I'd come somewhere like this on my own, because there is signs of like people I stayed down here recently and set these off, set my bins off. Knives look a bit dodgy today, don't they? Anyway, let's walk down here. People have definitely been down here recently. Whether it's kids, I don't know. It's definitely got that eerie vibe to it. It really has. My dad would love it down here. He'd take his ghost equipment and everything. It's weird because, oh shit, my head. Because the sandstone's perfect to cut into, isn't it? And throughout the whole place you can see pick marks in the walls, so it's been really easy to carve into this. But it's just on the River Mersey here. If I pan you this way, see the River Mersey there. But like I say, this dates back apparently to the 1670s. So we're talking some serious history here. And I know I keep stopping, I'm sorry, and sort of pausing. But it's because I'm trying to take it in and look round, and it's a vast place, and it can also be, well, it can seem a bit dodgy, so you've got to have your wits about you in somewhere like this. So I do apologise if I do keep stopping and starting, but anyway, carry on. It's weird because the sound's completely cut off in here, and I've whacked my head again, twice. Sweating cobs. Could probably collect the sweat off me, and it'd be about 90% alcohol. Yeah, a bit ropey. Bit of a big one last night. Right, so I'm not going to go in there purely because I can see cracked needles. There's actual smack needles in there, so I'm not going anywhere near that. And I'll just let John know as well, wherever he's gone. It's incredible, this, honestly. All the sandstone there just... It's like a proper, like, tunnel network system underground.
Signs of genuine art graft and industrial life can be witnessed throughout the entirety of this labyrinth-like cave system, like the old Victorian brickwork that can be seen, that's incorporated into the sandstone that's as old as time. A mixture of emotions and feelings can be felt throughout, all different in their own way. Different kinds of energy, from different eras, almost as if the emotion of people that have spent time down there had been absorbed in some strange way. Memories contained within the crumbling fibres of the rock, the power of history.
So, I've come back for a bit of a second visit. I was here last week with John from Derelict Manchester, and if you haven't saw his stuff, go and check it out. It's absolutely brilliant. He gets in some brilliant places, and he's a really, really nice guy too. So you'll probably see him on more explores with me in the future. But today I've come back to Maggie's Caves because there's so much history here, you couldn't really go and do an explore on it in one go because it's been so many things and you miss things along the way. But I'll just show you in with today. So I'm here with Danny Ranks. Danny?
How you doing?
Right. Morrison's finest, there he is, my dad.
Okay.
And with Martin Zero. Martin?
Hello. I'm not on. Hello, how are you doing?
Right, any ideas what this were then?
Oh, I'll leave it up to everyone else.
Danny, what do you think?
It's obviously been multi-purpose over the years, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So you can imagine it being constructed, dug out, used as residential maybe.
Yeah.
And then over the years, over the Industrial Revolution, I mean, who knows what could have been built on top. This could have been forgotten. And now as the industry goes back and the ruins are revealed, it's left this amazing mystery, really.
Yeah, hasn't it? It's crazy. What about you, Martin? Are you under the same sort of, think it's the same, multi-purpose?
Yeah, I mean, obviously everything that you read about them dates it to the 1600s.
Yeah.
Which I don't doubt it was some kind of like place where people lived or used in the 1600s. Not much documentation, but obviously multi-purposed over the years. Yeah. So you can only speculate unless you read something that's got the entire history of the place. You can only speculate.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's a bit of a mystery, really. What I'll do is I'll walk you all the way around it and show you through it all. The thing that fascinates me the most is all the pick marks in the wall. There's signs of, like, you know, people living down here, and you can't really tell like what area they might have been from. So like I say, it dates back to 1670, and modern day now, I mean, there's signs all the way from 1670 right the way through to now. People still living down here.
Nice square, isn't it?
Yeah, proper square. Have you seen this, Han?
Oh wait.
Yeah.
Goes, look at that. That's proper square, isn't it? That?
Yeah.
That's a bit.
That's mint, that, isn't it? That's got to be from dropping. If it was used for manufacturing, dropping stuff down here, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not.
Do you know, like maybe, I don't know. It was something to do with
Would you say that
distillery
there,
or something?
On the wall, was that soot? Would you say been used as a chimney?
I think that's just the sandstone. That.
You think so?
Yeah. I mean, I could be wrong.
What if it's been a chimney?
I think it's been used as like a pulley system, that.
Could have been.
To drop stuff down. I mean, this looks back like it's been backfilled here, doesn't it?
Yeah, square for a reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where I am here, as you can see, the cave network's behind me. But on top here is the road. And there's like a little drop point that goes all the way down. And I believe when this is just what I'm putting 2 and 2 together. But when this place would have been used for manufacturing of some sort, I believe they would have dropped cargo maybe, or goods in and goods out, possibly at this point where I'll take you now. Let me just pan you up. So, hang the light on and I'll send you up. See what I mean? Some sort of hatch. And that would have come down and been put right there. And like I say, there's all these holes in the wall, you can see. So you can walk around here all day. I mean, there's signs of so many different sort of lives, like sort of eras mingled into one. You've got like when it was open maybe in the 1670s, you know, it was a retreat for people. Then you can see the work of the navvies, the scratch marks, the indentations in the wall, the pick marks from all their hard work, grafting and carving this place right into what it were today. And then you can see maybe in the 1800s there was some sort of manufacturing, because I believe there's some sort of, it was used for manufacturing. So there's so many different eras combined and mingled into one. So you can't really work out what this place were. And there is a bit like, when you sort of, if you Google it, Wikipedia it, there's not a conclusive thing as to what it was for. I mean, a lot of people don't really know the origin of why this place was built, why it was carved out. But over time it's been used for multiple things, and of recent I think homeless. There's an apparent death here as well. Now you can correct me if I'm wrong on this because I don't know exactly, but I believe there was a woman that committed suicide here called Maggie, hence why it's called Maggie's Cave. But given its history, there must be multiple disasters down here. There's got to have been possible overdoses from people using it as a bit of a drug spot. So like I said, if you are, well, I just advise you don't come down here. I wouldn't come down here. But yeah, what I will do is, if you know anything about it, I'd like you to leave a comment in the comment section, because I do always read them. I do always try my best to get back to you, to each and every one of you, and tell me what you think this place was actually used for, if you know. And if you know any of the ghost stories as well, like maybe the tale of Maggie is true, and if you had any encounters down here, just drop a link below. We're fascinated to know what you actually, what you know about this place. Or it's places like this that you can't just sort of, I mean, if you wanted to, obviously I just come for the look round and go, but I just find it, I can't do it the one time. I have to keep going back because there's stuff that I miss. I've already seen stuff that I missed the first time round. But having someone like Danny and Martin with you who are, I mean, look at this. This is just like artifacts of old industrial life. Pieces of iron. And you're touching history. You're actually touching history from all those years ago. Camera work's shocking. But you're touching the history from all those years ago. The people that have slept down here, you know, possibly for years. They've got memories down here. This was their actual home. And I find it totally bizarre because, like I say, when you're travelling from the 1760s all the way through to now, you know, you're walking through actual history, you're touching remnants of the past. So as you can see, all the pick marks in the wall are still here to this day. The old carvings of maybe when people lived down here, the workers that got sort of bored, would sort of carve the name in a little bit. But the place is still full of these remnants, these pick marks on the wall from the workers and the navvies that actually dug this place out. So many eras combined. I mean, that one could have been from the 1800s, but this could have been from maybe the 1700s or the 1600s. It's a mad mix and mash of so many different time periods. But like I say, these are like the fingerprints of the past. This is what history is all about. The people that carved this place out, their legacy still lives on through stuff like this, and it's here to see all those years later. But if you're ever unsure about history and you know, you see it face value, always look on the floor. The floor will never lie to you, because a lot of it gets buried. I mean, pieces of the old tiling here, you know, it's like ceramic tiling. Looks like it's been off some sort of old, like the pub tiles. Pieces of blue glass. Different areas throughout the whole place. And let me just show you this. How amazing is this? This looks like it's been off an old fire. You know, built from an era that is no longer. The amount of times that would have been used to pull in and out all them years ago. And it's still down here now. Pieces of old bottles. Possibly someone drinking down here, possibly old medication. You know, it's all around you. But I honestly think whatever this place was built for is to remain a mystery. Right, so I'm just on the opposite side of the caves now, opposite side of River Mersey, and I've come to show you another shot from the opposite side looking straight directly into Maggie's caves. So I'll flip the camera around now and show you what I'm actually seeing. There they are. As you can see, there's one entrance, there's a second entrance, and the third one's just poking through. But I don't know if you can make out, but there was like some sort of old bed here. Possibly, I mean, I'm speculating completely, but it could have been when they sort of dropped stuff down and it was manufacturing onto this bed and then sort of downriver. But that's just total speculation. The camera's doing it no justice whatsoever. But let me tell you that, it looks fearsome from the other side. Got all these little old remnants that have been washed up on the side. Part of an old shoe there. Wow. Martin's just pointed out this too. Oysters. Possibly from the Victorian era. This whole section, there's remnants all over the show. Old jam jar, ceramic pot. I've seen one of these before. I'm sure they are jam jars. Could be wrong. This is what the River Mersey is sort of spewing out all the time. Pieces of history from bygone eras.
Look at Youngman over there. Hey Jack, what are you doing?
Just picking this out. Look, it's going straight through, you know.
Right, so it is. John, chuck us me six, pal. Right, stand back. This is how you do it.
I tell you what, lads, this isn't looking too shabby. Get some candles going in the corner, nice little fire. I'll get the fishing rod out and get straight in the River Mersey with it. Hey, presto.
Yeah, you know what you'll catch, don't you?
What?
A disease.
Oh, there's no need to be like that, is there? If I get a disease, well, at least I'll die with a full belly, won't I? Now, imagine in years to come, people actually found this, and they thought it was like some sort of mysterious cave type thingamajigger.
Ah, imagine that, eh? Good night, Coco.
To do that in 2 minutes, eternity in an hour, it's almost impossible, of course, as all the patients say, to describe it. You can only say it isn't, it isn't, it isn't, trying to tell people what it is. Well, of course, I don't know any of our friends that have taken it but haven't said this one thing in common. Well, I never knew anything like that in the whole of my life. And 1 or 2 people have said to me, I've said it to myself, that's what death is going to be like. And oh, what fun it will be. Well, I mean that there are the colours and the beauties, the designs, the beautiful way things appear. People themselves, dull people that I thought dull, appear fascinating, interesting, mysterious, wonderful. But that's only the beginning. A man was saying it this afternoon who was taking it. Suddenly you notice that there aren't these separations, that we're not on a separate island shouting across to somebody else and trying to hear what they're saying and misunderstand. You know, you use the word yourself, empathy. These things flowing underneath. We're parts of a single continent. It meets underneath the water.